It's a strange thing, after the last panel that we've heard so movingly um, about the hard, real face of action on the ground and pain and difficulty. What does an artist have to do with all this? I believe, of course, everything. Beauty is at the heart of what we fight for. And to quote an old 60s song, "We are family." I mean it, because as long as we are family, we can be together. We can do one thing and mean it. There is no other in the family. Held together, and I believe somewhere it's the duty of what we try to do in a bigger public sphere that has to do with we are family. So Monique came to see me after my last little intervention at this conference last year and asked me if I would consider making a monument to anti-slavery. And I thought about it for a few months and wondered. And we have some images. So we started with the first part of that, which is, what does it mean to make a monument? Why a monument? And I began to feel very quickly, in fact, that this might be misguided. Sorry, Monique, but where do we take it? It's too dumb. A monument's too dumb. So I began to wonder if sculpture, the object, could be, if you like, a public social activity. And I came up with two potential concepts. Number one, which I'm going to rush through a few slides, was the idea, rather like fair trade coffee, that we might do slavery-free, a label that might be, that we might give to possible manufacturers, makers of things, to say this product is slavery-free. Felt to me as if that might have a real big public engagement. Could we all, as consumers and others, buy into this idea? So we began to explore it, and I began to explore possibilities. Yeah, what could an emblem be? And these are more or less. So we began to wonder, and I slowly through a series of, as you can see, little scribbles, came up with this idea of a witness to a possible thing. And how could it be a label? How could it be a dynamic event? Could it work at different scales and all that stuff? All the practical stuff that goes with thinking about these questions. It grew into a different project or an additional project, can I say, for an award of some kind for best practice. I just wonder if it's too corny. I haven't quite got here yet with this. It's too big and it's a bit corny. I think it's a bit too much like a film poster. But that as an image, it's possible, but I don't think it's there yet.
When you say image, you mean a print or what?
No, I don't think so. I was thinking of a plate.
Uh-huh.
A sheet of something, either with a form or without a form. It could be a very shallow form.
You had also another idea, which was a door opening. You remember?
I know. Yeah.
This one, and you had it in black too.
Yeah. My instinct as an artist is to be, more in this area than in that area. Yeah. To imply the human by, as it happens, a door. From the point of view of what's sophisticated, I think this is possibly more sophisticated, but it's less human. So there was a whole lot of things I tried out initially. A lot of these things, as if one could almost imply a kind of entrapping. They could have worked. In fact, I think there's, that one's very nice. But I felt that it was necessary to engage some kind of direct human presence, since we're talking about slavery. And you've got all those things of light and dark and human and the
Yeah.
darkness of,
Yeah.
so it felt as
I
if,
also love the
yeah,
red.
and the red one works too.
The nice thing is that if you look that way,
Yeah.
it looks like a lock, which I like also.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
to do with identifying the image and allowing it to go in all these different directions
Yeah.
if it needs to.